Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got another Prize Picks video for you. We're going to be talking about the start of Wild Card Weekend for the NFL. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's some really good matchups. I know I say that every show because that's what we're looking for is good matchups, so we tend to find them. But if you're a fan of football, these are some really exciting matchups. It's just an exciting time of year. So we're going to be covering the slates all the way through until Monday night, the end of week one. For the wild card round. Before we get into our plays, though, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code and they will double your first deposit up to $100. They're going to match whatever you put on. So if you deposit the full 100, you'll get $200 to play with. If you just use that code at the bottom of the screen, they'll hook you up with that deal. And if you are new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. You're going to want the notifications on if you want to jump on these plays quickly, because they do get bumped and removed sometimes like 15 minutes after we post the video. Unfortunately, because these props are always changing, you know. But if you have your notifications on, you should be notified. You can quickly see what we're getting into and decide whether or not you want to jump on. Before we get into the plays and the breakdowns, if you guys don't mind just liking the video, it's been a huge help to our channel. It's helping us grow tremendously. Honestly, it's been incredible. And if you appreciate the show, that's literally just the best thing you can do for us. If you wanted to just hook us up with a like, that goes a long way for us with our channel. So we appreciate it, guys. And cool. Well, we're going to tell you what our plays are real quick. We're going with 4 plays, and then we're actually going to do a video later that is just featuring the demons that we like for the whole weekend, the demon video. So for our first plays, I'm going to be going with Clyde Edwards-Helaire over 15.5 rushing and receiving yards, and I'm going to be going with David Njoku over 13 fantasy score. What about you, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm going to be going with Martin Emerson for over 3.5 tackles and assists, and Isaiah Pacheco for over 65.5 rushing yards.
Awesome. We got a new partnership that we're excited about. We wanted to tell you about real quickly. We've partnered up with Chalkboard, which is a platform kind of similar to Sleeper. It's another prop bet platform. It's pretty cool. They've got they give you the option to build out your own props. Even like they let you use alternate lines. You can place bets as low as $1 per game, just like Sleeper. It's really cool. We're excited to be working with them. If you're interested in checking it out, there's a link in the description of the video. And if you use code BACKDOOR at sign up, they will match your first deposit up to $100, just like Prize Picks. So definitely check that out. They're just a new sponsor of the show. So if you're looking to diversify some of the platforms you're using, give Chalkboard a look. It's a pretty cool platform. So, all right. Well, we're going to do a quick recap of the Sunday show from January 7th, and then we will break down these plays. So on the Sunday slate, I had Greg Dortch over 8.5 fantasy score. He didn't end up even coming close to this, unfortunately. I honestly just read the game plan wrong. I thought this would be the type of game where it's the last game of the season. You're going to give some of these younger guys a shot, and they just they let James Conner go out with a roar, which was also, as a Phoenix fan, fun to watch too. But he only went for 3.4 fantasy score. We needed him to go for 8.5 or higher. And then we did cash on Darius Slayton. We took him for over 43.5 receiving yards. He ended up going for 62, so we did well there. What about you, Jordy?
Yeah, so I took Tyler Algier for over 29.5 rushing yards, and he only went for 24. That was a Arthur Smith attempting to save his own behind game, and it didn't happen. He was trying to run Bijan like crazy, and Bijan had a great game, but Algier only had 24, so just missed it. He needs 6 more yards. And then I did take DJ Moore plus Jaden Reed receiving yard combo. It was at 115.5, and DJ Moore or Jaden Reed almost hit this himself. They went for a combined total of 176, so they crushed that. So I was happy for that one at least.
Yeah, that was definitely there was good football to watch that day for sure.
Yeah,
we just didn't catch all of our props properly, but all right, well, let's get into breaking down these plays. For my first play, I have Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 15 and a half just seems really low for like a rushing receiving combo. I know that Pacheco is going to be the lead back and he's going to get a ton of work. But one of the things that makes me like the prop there for I was going to say Pacheco for Clyde is the weather in Kansas City is actually pretty nasty right now. There's supposed to be like a high of 6 degrees and like a 34% chance for snow. So I think that I don't think that's going to completely like eliminate the pass game, because we've seen this is getting serious now, and we've seen Mahomes just put up big numbers even in games with like wind and rain and whatever. So I'm not saying they're going to completely abandon the pass, but I think that they will try to utilize the run game a little bit more. And this combo is just so low, considering that even if you look at Outlier here, like all of the platforms and odds makers are running this at 19 and a half. So that's the closest we could get on here. But PrizePicks has it at 15 and a half for some reason. The matchup is like a little bit difficult. It's, they're sixth in rushing yards allowed and 19th in receiving yards allowed. But this is just such a low game that, combined with the weather, I feel pretty good about taking this over, because he could literally do this on like 2 plays. And I think he'll get at least like 3 or 4 touches this game. So if we hop over to Daily Grind, this is actually a really juiced play right now. It's the top one on the board. Just under 55% odds to hit, with a minus 147 on their odds, which is super high for them. And as you can see, the other odds makers have this at 19 and a half, and a lot of them are still favoring it to the over, even way up there. So, I mean, it's a very low number. So I'm going to go ahead and run that because I feel comfortable taking that one. And then for David Njoku, I'm really happy that this game is in Houston, because the weather is nasty in Cleveland too. And at first we thought this game was going to be in Cleveland, but no, thank God it's in Houston in the Dome. So we can fire up the pass catchers. David Njoku, if you've followed our show, he's been kind of an MVP for us. All right, so we're going to take a look at the over-under real quick. For the Browns and Texans game, we've got an over-under of 44.5, with the Browns favored by 2 points. So it should be a nice close game. Hopefully we get a good shootout there. And then for the Dolphins versus the Chiefs, we have a 43.5 over-under, with the Chiefs favored by 4.5. So yeah, getting into my next play here. For the David Njoku play, he's been like an MVP for us, so to speak. He's just been killing it with Flacco, and they still don't throw up his lines that high. The reason I like to take the fantasy score for something like this is because I want the receiving, I want the receptions, and I want the touchdown upside. If we look at what he's been able to do with Flacco, he just has some of these monster games. We have a good matchup here. Houston is 25th in receiving yards allowed, and specifically the tight ends, they're 28th. So great matchup for him, and he's like arguably, I mean, he's clearly the number 2 for Flacco, but he and Amari Cooper are kind of like 1A, 1B as far as the target share goes. But yeah, if we look at his the matchup here with receiving yards, we just saw. If we look at touchdowns, see 11th versus tight ends, which honestly he doesn't even necessarily need to get a touchdown to hit this line at just 13. I wanted to take a look at the receptions. If we look at his receptions over the last 5 games, the last 4 straight, he hasn't had anything under 6 receptions. So at full point PPR, that's 6 points alone right there. So I feel good about this on all sides. But if he gets a touchdown, he's definitely cashing for us. If we hop over to Daily Grind, they have his fantasy score favored to go over just slightly. It's basically a 50-50 shot in their eyes. But we've been riding with Njoku for like 4 games straight, and the dude's just automatic. So in this good matchup in an indoor game where the pass catchers are going to be able to thrive, I feel really good about this going over as well. What about you, Jordy?
Yeah, man. So to get into my plays here, I'm going to be going, first of all, with Isaiah Pacheco, excuse me, to go over 65.5 rushing yards here. he's been awesome for them. He's had an okay year, but he's definitely hit this in 3 out of the last 5, and he's had pretty big games over the last 5 games. Over the last 10, it doesn't look too impressive. He's only gone over this 3 out of the last 10 games, but I think with the weather conditions and the magnitude of this game, they're kind of taking that into account, and this line is very high right now. This is like throughout the season, this was sitting at like 45, and he was hitting it quite often. But they've got it juiced up for this game because it is going to be a nasty weather game. So I think Mahomes will have an okay time. I think he'll throw for over 200 yards, no problem in this game. But I think Pacheco is going to get plenty of touches. I think he'll get at least 15 carries. So I'm going to be taking his rushing yards. If we go to the daily grind here, they've got this juiced over at a 52.3% with a minus 130. So I feel pretty good about it. A lot of the odds makers have it at a minus 115, which is basically just like 50-50 in their eyes. Caesars has it at a minus 142. So there is value in this play. I think he's definitely going to hit it. I feel pretty good about the matchup. It is a tough matchup. I mean, they're ranked 7th against running backs and ranked 6th in yards allowed, but they're giving up 76.6 yards. And he's played against pretty tough teams, and he's done this. So I think in this type of matchup where they're expected to be in the lead as well, I think he's going to get plenty of opportunities to go over this. And he can do this in like 2 plays. I mean, he's a pretty sporadic runner, and he runs downhill pretty hard. So I like him to go over this. And then for my next play here, I'm going with the tackles and assist prop. And I'm going with Martin Emerson. This guy's a beast for a cornerback, man. He gets a lot of tackles. If you look at his last 10 games here, he's gone over the 6 out of 10 games, and he's just missed it in the last 2. But, with the situation we got at hand, I think, Houston's going to have to run the ball. And they've not been shying away from Devin Singletary. I mean, he's a great running back, and so I think there's going to be plenty of throwing in this game, obviously. So, I think he'll have plenty of tackles downfield. But I think as a cornerback who comes in and helps tackle running backs a lot, he's kind of a bigger corner. So I really like him to get this one done. You can see against cornerbacks, they're ranked 23rd and 22 in tackles and assists. So he's got a very good matchup ahead of him here. And I just like him to go over this line. I think it's a pretty low line for what he's been doing. I mean, he's averaging like 5.4 over the last 10 games. So he's been killing this. So I really like this one to go over. If we look at DG, it's a 53.8% chance. They've got it super juiced to minus 139. Everyone else has it at minus 135, 150. So this is a very juiced play, and I like it a lot. I love these tackles and assist prop, as you guys know, and this is probably my favorite one I've seen in a long time. So I love these 2, and that's what I've got.
Great. So yes, that's the 4 we're rolling with, guys. Like I said, we're going to drop a demons video as well for just our favorite demons that you can like mix and match and take a shot on them if you like what we're getting into this weekend. But yeah, that's going to do it. If you're interested in checking out our Discord, there's a link in the description of the video. We have a lot of fun over there, really cool community. And yeah, if that's your type of thing, just come check it out. It's pretty cool. There is a paywall. People have been confused sometimes. So if you want access to everything, just go up to the subscription section and then just join the subscription, and you'll get everything unlocked. But it's like, I think it's something like 50 cents a day. It's just honestly to keep trolls from spamming the chat rooms and whatnot. So check that out, link in the description. And if you want to check out the tools from Daily Grind, we've partnered up with them. We've been with them for a little while now, and we just continue to love their tools. The DFS optimizer is awesome for stuff like wildcard weekend. The correlation slips are really cool, and a lot of platforms don't allow correlation, but PrizePicks still does. So it's definitely a really cool tool to utilize. I keep saying that. I was talking with Boston Scott about that. I accidentally always just say cool tools, but Boston Scott, Boston Nick.
I was like, you talk to the NFL running backs, bro? That's pretty crazy.
Man, we took a beating tonight. Give me a break.
I know.
But Boston Scott. Anyways, but yeah, guys, Daily Grind is giving all of our viewers 25% off of all of their tools. If you want to check that out, there's a link in the description of the video too. You just use code BACKDOOR and they'll hook you up with 25% off. So that's going to do it, guys. We will see you in just a little bit for the Demon video. But have a great Saturday. Enjoy football, and we will catch you in the next one.
Good luck, guys.